Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they call themselves. I hear there's whole countries full of them down south.
Skyrim belongs to the Nords! That's it? That's your best? Time to build. Victory!
Like on now! Oh, how many minutes did I waste? 13 minutes. Let me update the description. Sorry, first 13 minutes. Yes, sorry, first 30. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I can't leave it. So, there we go. Changes are being saved. There. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm a doofus. That's why you shouldn't stream late at night, because you're clearly not thinking straight. Well, at least no one was really there for it. It's only the first 13 minutes. I didn't really talk about much. Okay, so what did I talk about? Well, I forgot to turn my mic on. I know lycanthropy is only really referring to wolves, but look into Elder Scrolls lore and you'll find that it also applies to werebears, of which they live on Solstai. There. Fallout news, Fallout 4 is getting a Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remake, as well as a totally new world space in the form of Fallout Cascadia, which will take place in Seattle. Looking forward to that, but don't expect any of them for 5 years. 4-5 years. The Fallout 3 remake is probably the one that will come out first, because a lot of Fallout 4s, that's very similar to Fallout 3. There, caught up. That's pretty much all I had to speak about. Oh, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I forgot to do it again. You know, you'd think after the first time I would have remembered that this big ugly black blob that is my microphone. Yeah, let's be unsubtle. That and you need food. When I was looting... Oh yeah, also comment. Alexi's key never works. Ever. I have never had it work once. It's that bad. Look, one lockpick. Oh! You ungrateful little bitch. As you can see, werewolves do regenerate health. Makes them, well, makes the enemy ones harder, but it also makes them like less pathetic for when I transform because, well, let's face it, they have the fact that they have no armor makes them pathetically fragile. Oh, that poor werewolf. All it eat was goat. Well, this whichever one was kept in here get to eat an entire horse. So, we've caught up on those 13 minutes. Basically, looking at the map was basically me thinking, okay, what's closest? Oh yeah, Dawnstar. Oh yeah, I also saw them. That was about it, really. There really was not much. Oh wait, yeah, there was. Skyblivion, still on course for late 2018, so looking forward to that still. Yeah, that's still on course, which is always a good sign. You know, it'll. I think if one of them gets one of these big ass mods gets completed, you know, these recreations get completed, I think it'll actually boost support for the other ones. Again, he wouldn't have come up here so quickly if Vilcus wasn't being an idiot and being about as unstealthy as a rhino trying to charge through a city. Yeah, that's weird, I know. Bull in a China shop is the most obvious one. But they aren't actually that bad in a China shop, that's the thing. I seem to remember them not actually being too bad. You know, I'd like to be different. I like to be weird. I'm sure anyone who watches me more than once will know that I'm a bit weird. And super aggressive, and kind of get bored of defensive quite quickly. Well, that's more so TF2 issues than anything else. A Potoin. No, that's a potion. That's actually helpful. Unlike a Potoin, which be sure never ever to drink a Potoin because it reduces your health. There was two ways I could have done it. Have Potoins reduce health, or have Potoins restore 1 health. I've seen them both do both. You know, because they're an intentional typo, Potoins. They're not. It's actually, I believe it came from like Final Fantasy. I got the idea from Final Fantasy originally, where the Potoin was like this joke potion that you thought, okay, it's just a typo. It's expected. It was still the early days. It was still like PS1 or earlier, and it was, you know, you sort of expected typo. So you weren't. It was only when you realise it restores like 1 damage and with a question mark. And it restored like 1 damage or took it away. I can't quite remember which it did. Fragment of Woofer there. Woofer has now fully been built because these idiots did all the work for us. That's an ingredient, not food. Damn. Flour. Because I could eat a sack of flour, right? Yeah, compared to eating a whole antler, I guess a sack of flour isn't. You know, considering that Dragonborn can kind of shove an entire antler into her face and eat it, I'm sure she could swallow a bag of flour. Complete with the bag. Because of course. And we're back to Whiterun, which will be a walk because I'm not going to fast travel because it's not that far. It's only halfway. That's probably about a quarter from where I am actually. About a quarter of the way across the map. It's not. I did take a cart to Dawnstar in case anyone's just joined, but. Oh, what's this? Little crappy watchtower? Not with a flag flying. I don't even remember this being here. I might do when I see the name of it. Might be a necromancer one. They like remote. Nope, bandito. Oh, I managed to hit the one bit of it. Oh, I'm bad. Oh, there's another one batting me, but isn't there? Is he just spamming blockers? No, he's just spamming his sword bash, isn't he? That's what he was doing. There we go. Vilcus was typically useless. You know what? Might as well build up my restoration skill. Actually counts as level, because this is Skyrim and not, well, Oblivion, where only certain, you know, you could theoretically never level in Oblivion. If you say put your skills as, say, any of the magics, and then you never use magic, because let's face it, you never had the MP to cast magic unless you were like hardcore mage. You know, for example, some of the worst ones to do would probably be, you know, basically, if you tag your main skills as skills you would never use, Oblivion would remain piss easy, especially if you found better than bottom grade gear.
Fine.
So Oblivion was kind of easily broken in that aspect. Skyrim, you can't do that. Because your level goes up regardless of what you use. Which is, I think, a much better system. I think Oblivion is rather stupid. Oh, spider alert! Sorry, I try and keep these awful things to a minimum. Oh. Oh, fuck off. There. That one's dead, and I think there's another one, so spider alert's still in effect. Oh, I can't see. Looks black on my screen. No, is that a spider?
Fine.
Yep, still a spider, so. There, locked sprinting worked to my advantage. Kill that horrible creature up fast. What's funny is, frostbite spiders actually do not bother me. You know, because I've never seen one like them in real life. Well, the ones with any mod added ones creep the living crap out of me, and I can't stand them. So I don't like spiders that I can, you know, imagine real life. You know, like little horrible things that exist in England, basically. You know, stuff like a frostbite doesn't exist in England. Size is irrelevant. It has to, you know, be like that. And we're almost back in what? Oh no. Oh no. Now, when I have someone as dangerous as just. What the f? Is Vilcus fighting them for? Yes, fight that wolf. That was very sudden slow stoppage. Gain some distance. Maybe even get this guard to help. There we go. That's how you. This is how like you fight mammoths, as you run away. Because they aren't as powerful as giants. Although I think actually because I nerfed my giant, they weren't as overpowered. I think the mammoths are actually stronger, and mammoths take a lot more damage. Oh, continuing to white run. Oh, wrong shout. Here it still works as a speed boost, doesn't it? It still works as a speed boost, so I think it's actually a better speed boost. But this also, Whirlwind Sprint does allow you to sort of jump further. I think if you got like mountains of stamina, it's better. You know, because like the only thing about Become Ethereal that makes you better. Oh, and there's always a bandit raid coming here the first time. You know, it's like the one time bandits actually tangle with the city guard. And you know, the bandits do sort of fail epically.
Heard about what you did? Those foul witches. Well done, companion.
Yet they never mentioned the witches before. And the guards know you're in a faction, even if they're not even from your town. And there's no possible way that they could have heard the news yet. For example, you do a companion quest localized within Whiterun Hold, and then you know, really shout spam your way over to another place, and somehow the information's gotten there already. Kind of weird. As you can see, shadow striping is sort of still affecting up there, but the fix does just stop it happening sort of locally. Also, because harvesting people's plants is not legal. I know it's ingredients, but these are ingredients, chicken's legs. But leeks aren't. Leeks are delicious food. We all know how useful food is in an emergency. Oh, don't tell me. I didn't see it. No, it's just the windmills. I just thought that windmill that I'm looking at right now, I thought that was a dragon. Not exactly what I want to be fighting at the moment. No, I think dragon spawns are tied to progress in main story. Before Murmulmur, or Murmulmur, can't quite remember which. I always call him Murmulmur. You know, basically the one that you fight just outside Whiterun. He starts them spawning. Yeah, because that's when you learn your Dragonborn, and that's basically so you can't gain a shout before Unrelenting Force. Yeah, before you're effectively given a tutorial on how to use them and what the shouts are, and that you are indeed Dragonborn. So, but that starts low spawns. Then I think after Kinesgrove, the spawn rate increases quite dramatically. I think you get quite a lot more during that time. Then there's, I think then, and you can see Alduin and the Mighty Ass reviving dragons around Skyrim as well, reviving the named ones, that is. Then there's, I'm just trying to think what's the next phase of them. I think when you defeat, sort of knock Alduin and make Alduin go feasting on easy stuff in Sovngarde at the top of the world after using your Elder Scroll. I think that lowers the spawn rate or ups it even more. I can't remember. And then after you do the main quest, the spawn rates I think even is actually lower than when you were with Murmulmur. So I think it's actually lower than that.
Probably prepared Codlak's funeral by now.
No. Yeah, this is definitely one that you should be doing at night and not coming into daylight. Yeah, because obviously, well, you'll see, it's a funeral, and because it's a less modern funeral, you'll see that it's kind of looks better at night, but we're going to do it in daylight, because, as I said, I'm weird. Boink, the inappropriate boink, boink, it's a funeral. You can see funeral pyre.
Before the ancient flame, we
grieve.
God, do something. The only thing more inappropriate would be dancing on top of the corpse, but I'm not going to do that because I don't even think you can get up there. No, you can't. It's a separate entity. You can't even get up there as invisibles.
And for ourselves.
we take our
Doink. Lucas, you've only just bothered showing up. And now he's on fire. What's better is when you take items from a shop and then immediately sell them to said shop.
Members of the Circle, let us withdraw to the Underforge to grieve our last together.
Codlacs are burning. We're going to the Underforge because werewolf secret chat. I have never noticed.
You have the fragments of wood. I'll need to
I never noticed that the Jarl actually showed up for this.
Careful with those. Don't want even more fragments, do we?
It's not clearly not that good a weapon if it's shattered. So if it's going to shatter so easily, you know, if it's going to shatter again after shattering the first time. Because I'm assuming someone broke it the first time on purpose.
Thank you. I'll be here.
This bit is for the sole purpose of cleaning that scene up. Which is why it's as you go into your Vaska. It's for the sole purpose to clean. You know, from a systems perspective, it's for the sole purpose of having to clean that scene up. You know, from a story perspective, anything can happen, but from a gameplay perspective, it's actually there just to clean the scene up reliably. So, has the DeviantART respawned? No. I've already read that one. He did say I could go through his thing. Oh, I forgot he had one of those. It's worth 50 gold from a Khajiit. Just gotta remember which Khajiit I sent it to. So, that's like the most unimportant fragment of Wufrad, but okay. And then take Codlac's journal. Just so, because I'm not sure if you actually need Codlac's journal, but not gonna read it, just flick through it, see if anything updates anything. Nope. Holy crap, he was alright. He kept going, didn't he? It's one of the... So, books in Skyrim are weird. Some are like really long. And some of them are like 2 letters. You know, some of them are really, really short. You know, and some, you know, notes tend to be 1 sheet, maybe 2. Although some notes go on for like 5 pages. And now everything's back to normal. I can see why Whiterun will cause crashing, but I've never had very many issues with Whiterun. It's weird. I've heard that it can be a real source of crashing for people, but I've never really had it. You know, because it does have a lot of stuff going on in it. It's just I've never personally had issues with it. I have outside of it when the Civil War's going on, but that's about it.
You're back. Thank you. Your shield siblings have withdrawn to the
Now,
Underforge. I think they're waiting for you.
Realistically, waddling down to the Underforge can only take, at most, a few minutes. But watch. Just watch. You know, this could only realistically take a few minutes. To waddle down to the Underforge, pull the rock open and slide in.
He didn't get it. It's as simple as that.
Now watch.
Being Moonborn is not so much of a curse as you might think, Lucas.
That's fine for you. But he
Now,
wanted to be
watch behind me. Watch behind the little sharpling.
And know the glories of Sovngarde. But all that was taken from him.
And you avenged him.
Codlac did not care for vengeance.
No, Farkas, he didn't. That's not what this is about. You should be honoring Codlac. No matter.
I'm wondering, is the skirt from the wolf arm a werewolf pelt?
You're right. It's what he wanted, and he deserved to have it.
Codlac used to speak of a way to cleanse his soul,
Bloop, bloop.
even in death.
Oops.
You know the legends of the tomb of Iskramor.
There, the souls of the Harbingers will heed the call of the Northern.
I say, there is no way this conversation could possibly go on for the many, many hours.
1,000 years.
Yet watch. Here he comes! With Wufrad! What is he holding?
Something is, doesn't mean it must.
Oh god. Oh, his hammer and sword have fused.
And
And he has reforged Wuthrad in what could only, without a final piece, which is, incidentally, that little spike on the top, he could not have reforged that in the 2 hours at most this could have taken. Completely reforged it perfectly. Battle ready, tempered, everything.
You should be the one to carry Wuthrad into battle. The rest of you, prepare to journey to the Tomb of Iskra for Kodlak.
And now we go with Tomb of Iskra, which is, guess what, a Drogo-filled dungeon where they're all fucking sponges. Because for some reason, Drogo, just every other enemy has limited, difficulty spawns. So the level list will only spawn like maybe one or two like high level, really strong versions, and then loads of weak ones. Well, Drogo, it seems to be like every single bloody spawns 15 million of them. Now, which one is it closest to? I know it's up north, so it is actually technically closer to Winterhold. So we're actually going to Winterhold for the first time. Not the only time, we will be going back there at some point. We will actually have to go to Winterhold. It's not a particularly nice place. I can assure you, it's not a nice place. I mean, let's see. It's collapsed. It's cold. And it looks like it's going to collapse into the sea at any moment.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
I want to go to the awfulest place in Skyrim. Now, I know awfulest isn't a word.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
But it's Winterhold, you've got to come up with new words to describe it.
There once was a hero named Red.
And another thing with Winterhold. Let me remind you that what you will see is the expanded towns and cities Winterhold, which is slightly less pathetic. It captures the rundown nature, but it's not pathetic like it used to be. It still looks like a town, sort of. It was actually a town.
Need something?
As you can see, it doesn't actually add a wall. But as you can see, these houses seem to be destroyed for no reason. I think these it looks like they at least used to be a town here, rather than vanilla, which is just like 3 houses and no evidence that it was ever a town other than the college is just like there. Because I don't even think there was like destroyed houses down there. There was like no evidence that However, we're not going into Windhope. We're not really coming here properly. No. Our whole purpose is to go. Well, we're gonna make it. Yeah. Ooh, a clam. Gotta love no falling. You've gotta love being invincible for fall damage. Oh no, that's fast. That must be wolves. Must be a special brand of gigantic wolf. Is there any reason why the wolf is that big? Considering I'm bigger than normal, they would be, have to be ridiculously huge. Zoom across the water, because it does sort of skip you across the water briefly. This looks like a very peculiar iceberg. Bear. Terminate with extreme prejudice. Oh, come on! I don't even know where these arrows are landing. Okay, I'm overshooting apparently if the bear's zooming around. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we've got range. Now we're range finding. Now it's dead. And that did hit. So range finding, that's why you kind of want a range finder. But Skyrim don't have no range finders. That's too advanced. So unfortunately you've just got to do it by wasting a few shots. As you can see, there is actually no way in without going over the top, because these ruins are weird. You see, I'm pretty sure you can go in here as well. No, pretty sure you can go in here vanilla without having been on this quest. But of course, there's a little door that you can't get past, which is how a lot of Skyrim. So rather than the mysterious, ununlockable door.
The resting place of Iskramor and his most trusted generals. Return Wuthra to Iskramor.
And as you can see, you cannot get in. And then you can see, you take Wuthra, put Wuthra in, because you pretty much can't use Wuthra for the whole thing. I was actually trying to pick up the phone. And no, I don't have a clue what these broken bits do, because I'm pretty sure you can't reforge them back into a sword. Yeah, they just seem to be cluttered that you shouldn't really be able to pick up. Oh, skeevers.
Never should come here.
There's probably spiders in here, I'm not sure. So, consider it to be a potential spider warning. And of course the idiot brigade's going in. You know, rather than doing it, letting me do stealthily, because apparently no one does stealth in Skyrim apart from player. And yes, giant horns on your helmet is very much a Nordic thing, apparently. Yep. No, this isn't actually full of Draugr, actually. This is quite nice, because the ghosts aren't, like, super spongy. Even though ghosts kind of could be. Although this one seems pretty spongy, I may have spoken too soon. See, but ghosts sort of have a reason to be spongy. They're ghosts! But most of them go down in one hit. And, like, ghosts always have ectoplasm as well. You know, it's the only way to get ectoplasm. Ectoplasmic residue is something you get from the spirits. Not always, it's just the only way of getting it. Oh, yep, definitely spider alert. See these hideous things? Yeah, no speeders are going to be here. You know what? Let the idiot brigade deal with it.
A fight.
No, run away. You know, idiot brigade, go deal with them. I don't have to deal with those disgusting creatures. I'll have to walk through that room, but all the speeders are dead now.
I can't go any further, Shield Sister. Ever since Dustman's cairn, the big crawly ones have been too much for me.
I've never heard that before.
Everyone has his weakness, and this one is mine. I'm not proud, but I will stay back with Vilkas. Give my regards to Iskramor.
I've never heard that before.
For Godlack.
Then again, I seem to remember brothers always stepping behind. So maybe that's the unofficial patch reinstated that, because it does, as I did say in I think it was the last video, it did reinstate things. Oh, more spiders. Ayla, deal with them.
Well, another maggot to squash beneath my food.
No, it's another spider.
Die, beast.
Beast, repulsive creature. Yes, beast. No. I told you, go deal with the spiders, Ayla. No one likes seeing spiders. That's a skeever. That is a repulsive spider. I must die. Horrible creatures. Nasty, horrible things, spiders.
Does someone
And all the ghosts have like the same awful generic dialogue as well. Sort of hammy and bad. But maybe that's a ghost thing, maybe you look a bit bad when you die. Who knows? That acting is for the living or something like that. Come on! Stop blocking like a turn and just die. Doesn't stop you dying, does it? Just constantly blocking. You need to attack if you want. You can't just turtle forever. You haven't got millions of potions like player characters. And because Ayla's not technically a follower, she doesn't actually... she's not technically a follower, so she does sort of trigger your stealth warnings, which is quite annoying. But I can just... I'll just walk up and keep slashing him with Umbra, because Umbra has been a faithful friend ever since I threw Umbra off the cliff to get it. And you know what? Umbra was actually the most OP thing ever in Oblivion, because guess what? It was a quest item, so it had no weight. The only downside was you could never ever do Clavicus's Vial quest if you wanted to keep it with no weight. I mean, you could do it and choose to keep Umbra instead, but then it had weight, so it kind of... It was still like the most powerful sword in the game. Short, or to possibly Duskfang Dawnfang. I think Dawnfang / Duskfang is you had to keep it fed. And because you could repair things to over 100% effectiveness,
Is someone there?
you know, with max repair, it actually, by changing every night, yeah, its enchantment stayed filled, but it also had it had some really quite obnoxious downsides. I just love how arrows can stick in ghosts. Oh, stop backing me into a corner. I don't know why there wasn't no ancient Nord shield. There really should have been, really. You know, because it just seemed to be like the iron shield. I can't even remember what was. No, wait, no, it isn't the iron shield. It's the bloody steel shield. Oh, here we go. This is how we deal with Cadillac, and I think to kill the brothers, I think you have to do a few quests for, a few Radiant shit quests for them, with them as companions or something. Can't remember the exact conditions.
Of course, my fellow Harbingers and I have been warming ourselves. You see only me because your heart knows. I'd wager old Vignar can see half a dozen, and I see them all. The ones in, and they all see me. You brought... Did he not? You still have the witches' heads. Excellent.
Can't get rid of them, the quest items.
It will release their magic.
Well, heads in the fire.
What was that?
I don't think the wolf spirit was supposed to show up until after he did his animation. And yes, this one I think is supposed to be huge, and is technically an ice wolf. Okay.
Greetings.
Not sure I'm supposed to see that.
And so slain, I thank you for this gift. Perhaps from Sovngarde, the heroes of old can join me in their rescue. And perhaps someday you'll join us.
Why would I be going to Sovngarde? I'm not a Nord.
And lead the companions to further glory.
You know, I'm not a Nord. I can't go to Sovngarde except by going there manually. And
Did I hear right?
I think he was supposed to fade out more than that.
Did I hear right? Did he say you were to lead the companions? I'm just surprised. And it's my... Let's go tell the others.
There was no... You know, as I said, you can join the companions and become Harbinger very quickly. As you can see. I thought Isgram's battle axe was Wufrad, but okay. You know, it's a second. And again, this is not vanilla. Neither is this, neither is this, neither is this, neither is that, neither is that. You know, that's all... You know, that's all Legacy either Dragonborn / you know, aka Dragonborn Gallery stuff. This, however, I will show you, this is vanilla. Even though you can never use it with any of these Grimoire's shit. Brilliant! It's not even a... It's actually a pretty decent shield, actually. But, you know... a black soul gem! Perfect, I can upgrade Umbra! Which means you're just stuck seeing this thing for the rest of your life. So, you know, I can upgrade Umbra, which is perfect, because I've been wanting to do that for a while, but... black soul gems are rare-ass little fuckers. Creepers. Creepers! Why? How is that in here? How is Imperial shit in here? As this stuff probably has never been hasn't been touched in centuries, and yet modern Imperial shit's in there. Remember to take Wolfred back. I mean, technically, I think you can plop it on this.
You've been a good friend. Vilkas said he's not a werewolf anymore? Even dead? Oh, you don't have to worry about any problems from me. I do what I'm told. I go where my brother goes. I think he wants to look around some more.
May the gods... Yes, you brought honor to
And...
If you had told me a few months ago that some outsider I had never...
A few months ago, I don't think it took us a... Yeah... Yeah, probably... It definitely doesn't take a month to become leader of the companions.
The beloved Codlac had fought. Let's hope you can show that his heart was...
At least they sort of acknowledge it in the companions that you still got fast-tracked and rightfully.
I'm going to look at some of these carvings. But you don't have to stay if you don't want to. I'll see you back at your master. Stories to tell the others, eh?
Also, one little note: the Ysgramor armor is one of just a very select few armors from Legacy of Dragonborn not to have a female model attached to it, even if said model is identical. So you basically can't have a female variation of it, which means I'll never ever wear it. So, actually, I think that's the Companion's quest done. Yep, there's... So, what shall we do now? Oh, let's get rid of Meridia's beacon. Oh wait, that's the other end of the world, so no. Well, where do we go? That's Arkansas. Oh yeah, that's the Ethereum stuff. Ooh, do we go to Solstheim? But we're still we're miles away from anything out here. So, you know what? Let's go to Little Morrowind. Nah, we'll do Dawnguard first. You know, let's do Dawnguard first. So, because it is 5 billion miles away and we are in the arse end of nowhere, let's go do Meridia's Beacon first, so let's get rid of that. Let's do something totally not major quest related, even though it is a Daedric quest which are sort of their own unconnected storyline, so let's go do that. You know, it's not like it's far away from a place I've been, and you know, it was miles away from where I was.
Look at my temple lying in ruins.
Oh god, I'm just here to grab this crap. I'm just here to grab this bird.
Their crafts and their hearts.
Oh, Elemental Fury. I don't think I have ever used that ever. I think it does make you actually go quite... I think that's the one that makes you go really spouthy. Also, this reminds me of the Knights of the Nine quest from Oblivion Watch. As you... Yeah, and of course you can't actually go into third person because, well, as you can see, it was rather awkward. Yeah, this is pretty much exactly what the end of the Knights of the Nine was. You sitting like miles above the world, staring at a glowing ball of light. Overlooking the world, except Skyrim is much prettier because it actually has Lod. Yeah, you can actually look.
Necromancer Malkaran defiles my shrine. Worse still, I have brought you here, mortal, to be my... Of course you go now. Malkoran has forced the door.
And no, she does drop you safely.
It's my temple, and it responds to my decree. I will send down a light.
I don't think I'm supposed to be moving like this.
And its doors will open.
I don't think I'm supposed to actually be able to move up here. And then it's sort of loading screens that you do actually fall, but right as you're about to hit the bottom, you go through a sort of mini load screen. So yeah, you don't actually. There's no risk of dying. There's no bugging out and dying there. Maybe the sword will be. I do remember buffing Dawnbreaker, so who knows? It might actually be better than in my little trusty old Umbra. Depends when they've both been upgraded, because some upgrade differently than others. Also, these things I think always have like quite a bit of gold on them. Maybe it's like part of the process of making a shade. Also, one day Alexi's key is actually going to work. Like, one day. I've yet to have any success with it. Especially when it's like an adept block dio. So I think this is actually one of the few cases where you actually need to open a locked door. Oh wait, no. Dead end. For 7 gold. Well, at least I didn't break any lockpicks. That would have been embarrassing. As you can see, you always got a decent... And always like multiple of 25, I think as well. Shady, shady. Shady, shady, shady. I know they're in here somewhere. Where are you? Boink. Boink. And no... yes, standing in the beam does hurt. Not very much, but it does hurt. Boink. Boink, 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 boink. There's a shade. And yes, they are just skellies. They are just like skellies with no legs. And they only ever have the weapon on them as well. There's a Stormcloak corruption. You can see you pull the pedestals up. It's not a puzzle. It's just a sort of follow the maze sort of thing. You just got to find your way around, which I think is the biggest trouble. Considering I have no sense of direction when I'm in a dungeon. Oh look, corrupted shade, another one. That's all they are in here is corrupted shades, so get used to them. That's because that's all you're gonna see. Okay, where is the way through? It should be here. Oh look, a door. Look at all this black fog. Doink, boink, boink, boink. Yeah, I don't know why I'm picking these weapons up. They're complete garbage, but. No, that wasn't gonna work. This will work. And I overshoot. Because I'm an idiot. This works though. Nope. And the door. Magical door opens. And now you can go outside, which you can and sort of sneak in if you've got the key, but of course you can't actually do anything because nothing's actually there for you to do. So Because you got to wait for the light to go round, and you can't obviously go through the light backwards because it opens some locked doors. You can get... Nope! And I was hoping Alexi's key would actually work. You know, I think we're probably better off trying the assorted millions of rusty keys in the crate we found it in an Alexi's key, because it probably has more of a chance of working. Woo, enchanted shit's at least worth money, but nowhere near the amount it was worth in Oblivion. In Oblivion, I think the max a vendor could have was about 2,000. Pretty much all good enchanted stuff, you know, a lot of enchanted stuff was worth well more than 2,000. You know, it's worth like 5,000 plus. Hell, some even went into triple like quadruple, not quadruple, quintuple digits. Pretty reliably, actually, some of them. Like quite a few. I think there was one I remember. There was a shield I remember that you could steal from an inn that was worth 15,000. Which means that even at bottom value, absolutely bottom, like 0 mercantile skill and 0 personality, you still, and like 0, and like the NPC was ready to punch your face in, sort of, affinity, you still managed to sell it for full price anywhere, because no vendor could actually pay that much. Even with investment, they couldn't pay that much. It was kind of ridiculous. That takes me back outside. I'm just trying to remember how you get up here. Oh yeah, through this door. Dirt. I went through the wrong door because I'm an idiot. Oh no, I have to jump. Not a far jump, but it's still a jump nonetheless. Boink. There always a lot of money on these corpses. Clearly gold is part of the process that turns them into a corrupted shade. Doink, boink. Need man monies. No, it's just a multiple of 5. Sorry, not 25. One more dead shade later, because they're not very strong. And look, we're back where we started. Look, I'm going to stand in this beam for ages. As you can see, it does not do it. It has its own unique visual effect, but it does like no damage. Just enough to like make you not want to stay in it. In that it does absolutely no damage and just doesn't like 1 damage every half second. Like probably 1 damage a second actually. As you can see, we are nearing completion of this dungeon. Dungeon. Oh, who knows? I probably should not be doing this one like that. Now this can actually be quite a hard fight early on, because I think you can find Meridia's beacon at level 5. It's going to be quite a hard fight because, well, he's a spammy, overpowered mage with 4 backup. So you basically have to rely on the old shut the door tactic, which is a cheap tactic where you basically shut the door, you fire an arrow off, shut the door and move away. And while they fumble around with the... Yeah, that's really powerful. You do not want to be hit by that. And because it's frost, it also makes you like move like a slug. Because like frost is really annoying. Frost doesn't. if you can control it, this like sort of like spam, broken sprint run slash bug, you can sort of sprint slash for ages. Actually, oh yeah, this fucker doesn't die because he has a shape. It's like part. I'm not actually sure if, which of course is part dragonry, so it's like an obnoxious fucker that zooms around. We'll go for stamina for the next 5 levels, shall we? Yeah, let's. Oh look, one-handed is almost maxed out. And I made it, because I found I never used backwards power attacks like ever, because they never hit. So I made it so all one-handed attacks do 10 extra damage, the same with two-handed attacks. So the ultimate perk for that tree is actually worth having. Two-handed is exactly the same. Except it's better because 15 extra damage, because, well, the two-handed is the more powerful. I think that's a fair thing, and it also makes like damage spongy enemies less of a thing. That's someone else's idea, was that one. The 10 extra damage was my own idea and implementation. Oh. Yes, quick shot is essential. Frost is so annoying. I mean, lightning's really annoying if you're a mage, but as I said, the cheap-ass door tactic.
It is done. The Defiler is defeated.
Defiler is defiled.
Breaker from its pedestal.
I'm just grabbing all these monies, because there's lots of monies. Look at all these monies. And no! I don't think that... That actually is Dawnbreaker in there. It didn't actually have to be. It could have been anything. They could have just stuck like an elven swords hilt in there. And you know what's funny? The Axe of Hrothmund in Dragonborn is actually a full model. It's not a weird cut-off model built into the rock. It actually is its own unique model. It was just never, for some reason, never implemented.
Malkoran is vanquished. Skyrim's dead.
Like, never, ever implemented for some reason.
This is as it should be. This is because of you.
Well, Skyrim's dead will not remain of this. Meridia, I don't think you know what you're doing. They get up on their own accord. So Meridia's not a bad danger, though. So all she wants to do is root out necromancy. Is that really such a bad thing? By Skyrim's time, necromancy is illegal. Well, in Oblivion, it was just the Mages Guild didn't like it.
It matters not. The plant cares nothing.
And now I'm falling to my death. And you do get somewhat free control to move. And you gotta wait for... Let's see, so... Dawnbreaker is a mighty 51. The actual abilities of it are quite good. It's enchantment, but I think it does last. I did make the Daedric enchantments last forever in my mod. My personal tweaks mod that actually made them useful, but let's see. So, 51 compared to the mighty OPness of Umber of 72. You know what, let's change it up a bit. Let's use Dawnbreaker for a bit. I'm not gonna de-favourite Umber, I'm just gonna... As you can see, it is a... Actually, to be honest, that particle effect is probably gonna get on my wick very quickly. But we'll use it for a while. And as you see, it is less glowy in its little sheath, pathetic sheath thing. So what quest were we gonna do now? What was it? Dawn? Oh god! Yes! And we'll get like the blood for that done there as well, because I'm pretty sure the snow elf counts as a high elf, and I'm also pretty at least they're based on a high elf, so it might work for that case. And I know there's Fulmer down there, so you know, I know there's Fulmer somewhere in that quest line, so let's go do Dawnguard. Which, because Dawnguard is in the arse end of nowhere. Now, you know, on the subject of who do I side with, Dawnguard or the vampires? Well, the vampires are kind of assholes. So, I'll side with the Dawnguard, but I will also be a vampire. That's why I did the companions now, because well, to be honest, I think it works both ways. I think you know, you can be a werewolf and a vampire thanks to Dawnguard. Well, normally I think you could only be a werewolf if you were a vampire first, but to be honest, default vampire was so bad. I mean, Vampire Lord isn't great, but at least it sort of has something to make up for all the downsides. I mean, my personal tweaks have made the downsides less ridiculous. You know, so I can actually recover stamina in daylight. Because that was really annoying. In the vanilla vampire, no matter how much you fed, you still pretty much could not reduce anything. You could not regenerate anything in daylight at all. Also, if you really, really need crossbow bolts and lots of them, you can sort of sit here and farm them for ages. You just get out of his way and let him keep firing. And you can sort of farm crossbow bolts for ages. You know, it is kind of broken. But it's like one of the very few places you can even get crossbow bolts if you don't have the crossbow mod. That adds them in like normal level lists. You know, so, you know, the crossbows variety mod. If you don't have that, you are pretty much never going to find bolts. Ever. Because only Dawnguard... Yeah, Dawnguard sells like doing batches like 200, but you will never... You have to go back to Dawnguard every time you want them, and that's it. That's the only place that sells them.
New recruits. Eastron will decide if you've got what it takes.
Very bleak light.
He's right inside.
Can I turn my lamp on by accident? No. Lamp on by accident makes everything very bright.
I'll tell you, the only thing more surprising than hearing... I immediately realized things must be pretty bad. I have. There was a time years ago when we were both members of the Vigilance.
I don't get what vampire, you know, the Dawnguard armor is supposed to do. Because vampires typically attack you with magic.
I didn't agree with some of his methods. Go on inside.
You know, and Dawnguard can be a bit buggy coming out of it. It can crash a few times. Yeah. Okay, apparently this Vigilant has a leveled hammer, because normally I do this at low level, and Tolan normally has a steel hammer.
So who are you? You heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. I need someone out in the field. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilant Republic...
Oh, so this is where you find the helmet.
...related to these recent vampire attacks.
Probably your first crossbow and very few bolts.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt.
Yes, we've already found Dim Hollow.
Radoval was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact.
We'll see what that artifact turns into, won't we?
It
Probably does hold some bloody artifact now. With Legacy of Dragonborn, it probably does hold an artifact.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt.
Now, let's see if I can't find some more Dawnguard armor. And I think it does come in light and heavy variations. But, like, it's got effectively set bonuses. It's quite unusual. If I remember correctly, through here is a... I'll actually show you this. I won't go hunting for the Dawnguard armor, but this is a little... This is basically... Yeah, something that you pretty much never actually have to do. You know, it's just like a little fun... Assuming it's... Oh, I don't... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because... It's basically an obstacle course one. So, you jump down. And I think actually there's a way back up. Yeah, if you want, I think this is a way back up to the start if you don't want to do it. I don't know because I never actually come up here, but it must be the way back up to the start. If you know, if you don't want to do it, or you just ran out of ammunition. Yeah, but you obviously can't come down this way. You got to do the jump of suicidals. You got to do the suicidal jump first, but whee! Splash. As you can see, big open cave, lots of weird positions. Unfortunately, you know, as you can see, it's a bit of an obstacle course. And let's see if there are actually. Oh, yeah, there are actually holes on there. You know, it's a bit of an obstacle course. As you can see, tripwire. Because greed. I'm afraid you greed is an empty chest. Greed is bad. You know, it's based. You know, it's quite a neat little thing, which unfortunately I don't think they ever really made true use of. They never really made much use of this, unfortunately, but it's kind of a fun idea. So, lever only activates that. So, as you can see, I can't quite light it up. And even Dawnbreaker's amazing light doesn't. But as you can see, there is a target there, and it looks unusual because it's got an activator in the middle. So, fire. As you can see, that's the wrong one. And firing back. Yeah, that does the same as this lever, so what to do is look for the other target. I'm not actually quite sure where it is. There's something there. I can't actually remember where I'm going. I mean, there's something. I see what I mean. It's like a little. I'm just trying. Where this other target is, and I can't actually seem to see it. I'm just kind of. In a moment, I'm actually just shooting anything on the slim hopes I actually hit the trigger. Unfortunately, I can't actually see anywhere in here, so it's kind of, you know, I can barely see that target in the first place. So, where do I go? Or do I just do a cheat way? I do it the Dragonborn's way. No, I fell. The question is, where is this bloody target? That's the question. I actually cannot remember where it is. Because it's not actually. If anyone sees it in the stream, please let me know. I mean, because it's not that one. That just does what you expect it to do. It's not that rock, because I've shot that rock already. It's not there. You know, how that hitting that makes the bridge go down, I don't know. So, it's not there. Where is it? Where is it? Unfortunately, it doesn't really help. Nothing else is my arrow, I saw. Wait. That looks like a plat. I know. It is now. It's nowhere even. You know, there's no way you can actually shoot from there. Is it? No, it's not there. Okay. Just stand on the blindness trap. Okay, so it's not that one. That must be for the other bridge. Okay, where the hell is it? Unless... There we go. You got to do it with the lever and the foot. That's it. That's why nothing seemed to work. Much like that, they control two things. That's how it works. Set the bridge down, and then say a little obstacle course thing. Now I think this one, the reason they provide you with the uncommon teeth is so you can try each combination. Now, let's take the arrow. Okay, puzzle time! Of course, you're supposed to... Yeah, it is supposed to be one on each, but it clearly wasn't counting as on. As you can see, it's just, you know, it's a fun little event, little obstacle course that you can do. Real reason I did it. Booty! I need all the booty I can get. Let's see what we got in our booty chest. Not that much, actually. And then go to Dead Drop Mine, where a Dead Drop Mine is, which I think comes out behind a waterfall. Or just take... No, wait, it takes you back up to the start. Oh, it doesn't. Corundum, what a useless item. Like, seriously, Corundum is only useful in making gold. Wait, no, not gold, silver. No, not even anything good like silver. No, steel. That is the only point it has. There's the Dawn God quest book, the Ethereum also. I've already read that because that's what Arkham Fans is. Forgive me if I can't pronounce Dwemer shit right. Because, well, Dwemer shit, it's like, who can pronounce it right? There we go, we finally finished the little obstacle course after me being a dumbass rage, wasn't it? When all eventualities fail, try the alternative. Unfortunately, nothing else like it ever appears in Dawnguard, so... You know, it's just sort of a bonus thing. You know, nothing else like it really happens again. You know, nothing makes you shoot things like that. If then, what does it? Is it all weird? No, I think that's one of the Mage Guild dungeons actually. As you can see, if you explore Fort Dawnguard, you'll find that there's many more places that you can go like this. And I know there is no way you climb that tower in the time it took to get up those stairs. You know, there's no way I climbed this high up. But as you can see, there is all manner of goodie, you know, booty up here. Food, most importantly. It's cheap, but I need it in vast quantities to heal. Apple. Barrel. Oh, of course. Well, told you there was Dawnguard stuff up here. It's where it's hidden. There is a full set lingering around for both light and heavy, I believe. And I don't think you can jump off the top of there either. I think there is an invisi wall. But Fort Dawnguard is like distinctly different from everything else, every other fort in Skyrim. You know, it's kind of a weird place. But as you can see, there's no way I climbed that tower in that time. I can't quite say Fort Dawnguard is definitely a better base than the Vampire Den. Castle of Volkihar, I think it is. You know, because it's got to have a stupid name. Yeah, this is also like an infinite source of crossbow bolts if you're really, really desperate for them. Of course, you can only farm these once because there's only those guys firing the crossbows only do it once. But we walked away with some booty. You walked away with the experience knowing that I'm a dumbass, and...
Isran found something for you to do, eh? I thought he'd like you. Good luck.
Yeah. As you can see, Dawnguard is actually a totally different fort. You know, it's totally different than any other fort in Sky. No, it's probably because it's a much more modern fort than anything else in Skyrim. The question is... Oh yeah, it's the other side of the map. Well, let's just show you. This is where Fort Dawnguard is, so somewhere down here. This is roughly where Castle Volkihar is, aka possibly the furthest distance you can go. There, I think that's it there. You know, it's up here somewhere, Castle Volkihar. So, and like all of the vast majority of the Dawnguard quests take place in this corner of the world. So yeah, you're going to be... I mean, being a vampire at least has the benefit that your home base is easier to get to. I mean, it's hard. It's just in the middle of nowhere, but unfortunately, it's middle of no. But its quests also send you out to the Rift. So Dawnguard just makes you do a hell of a lot of legwork or fast traveling. Yeah, because the carts aren't really reliable because they're too far away. But I had the good fortune to find Dim Hollow Crypt before. There's a torch if you need it. As you can see, it's rather ungracefully slotted onto the mountain. I think I made that comment first time I saw it. So, we will load the bow and we'll fire it into the wall. Oh, wait. I started streaming 42 minutes ago. That can't be right. Oh, you gotta refresh the chat viewing video every so often, because otherwise it kind of... Well... Yeah, that's more like it started streaming 1 hour ago, because it was almost 2 hours ago. And I've never once had an infinite loading screen either. I've had some where it's taken a while, but not ever an infinite one.
To come in here alone, a fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well. Jedi press off.
Oh, is he just gonna stand? Oh, he just stood there and took that. As you can see, they have actually unearthed shit now. Oh, yay, Altmer! I finally found an Altmer, because vampires tend to be, have Altmer. Oh, right through the shin! Oh, that was a good shot. I love when arrows actually pierce things. That's, get stuck through something. That's always a fun thing. Yeah, it's always fun when an arrow does that. As you can see, it's open now. It's open now. Now we can go through into Dim Hollow, rather than just the cave outside of Dim Hollow. I know there's vampires in here because they locked the gate to stop others getting in. Oh yeah, and Dawnguard has this problem where I think a lot of its areas added by it are insanely dark compared to regular Skyrim. I don't care if you like that super dark stuff. Make it consistent with the rest of the game. You know, if someone wants to play interior, you know, certain places and exteriors being super dark, let them. Don't just have like a couple of random dungeons which are all added by Dawnguard or be the reason. You know, because that's what kind of annoys me. This one isn't too bad, but as you can see, it is like pitch black in some places. And of course, torchlight's only applying like a very small radius around you, so you can't actually see anything until you're actually in it, which is really annoying. This one isn't as bad as Darkwater Cave or something, the one you have to go through to get to the Forgotten Vale or whatever it's called. That is really dark, like excessively so. You know, the tone... I don't know if it was because it was vampires and it was a sort of dark subject, but they made these dungeons way too dark for, you know, playability's sake. If you're going to do that, make it consistent. You know, I know people have like really dark nights set on their EMBs. I know they do. Because most EMBs come with dark nights that you can't see absolutely anything with. Trust me, I think Secunda and Massa give off enough light. There's two moons. And they both sort of glow. So I think they both give off enough light. Like, granted, I will admit that the Villanella nights are a bit, kind of way too bright. But I don't want to basically be incapable of playing during night times. You know, I like to be able to see. Nope. Alexi's key hasn't even given the opportunity to unlock this one. If I can't find it in the next 2 lockpicks, I'm not bothering. As usual, when I'm about to give up on a chest, it opens. And Alexi's key won't even allow me to try on a master lock, because Alexi's key sucks. If anyone has Legacy of Dragonborn and has actually successfully unlocked anything with Alexi's key, please let me know. It's actually... I'm convinced it doesn't work. Goodbye, blooded vampire. Actually, have the good decency to die, why don't you? I'm a werewolf, I'm immune to your disease. Your lesser form of vampirism. I actually don't know what a Sharkling looks like, vampire. I'll say before just in case. Because I don't actually know how it looks, vampire. I'm pretty sure it has a dead spider alert. So I consider there to be more living ones somewhere. I'm immune to your pathetic form of vampirism. I can no longer contract sanguine vampiris from you, and I can no longer contract fucking bone break fever from bears. You know, it's why you should always keep werewolf. There really is no point in changing them, unless that fur coming out of your ears line is really starting to annoy you. The guards say. Oh. Oh, of course it's the giant spider. And the vampire, I think, always wins, because the giant spider is kind of pathetic. We'll try not to look at its hideousness. There. Oh yeah, it's the wounded frostbite spider again. It's like the one other time it appears. Well, we're going to get to the point where...
I'll never tell you anything, vampire.
And you can't say Adelvold as much, no matter how... Why does that even exist?
So go and meet your beloved Stendhal. You sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something.
He's dead before you even get to him, and they're talking to a corpse. They actually are talking to a corpse. You know, I should do like extra damage to you because you're undead. Come back! Where are you? Come back! Oh, you cloaked, you little bitch! You coward, you cloaked. And no, Dawnbreaker does not give off light. Now is that... No, that's not even worth picking up. This is a little semi-puzzle. It's not really a puzzle, really, but... I mean, this is a clue! Skelly. Which means some idiots tried this before and bled out, but because I'm Dragonborn, stab me in the hand doesn't really affect me. Now, which break? Now, is there one that's already activated? Yes. This is not really a puzzle. It's kind of easy. You know, it's kind of quite simplistic, telling you which way to go. Which leaves the only conclusion is that skeleton was too crippled by it to kill it. I say it's pretty obvious, this one. I mean, it's a semi-puzzle, but the way the fact that it lights up makes it really obvious. We now find our vampire artifact. Because vampires can sleep without food, water, or blood for who knows.
Who sent you here? Is he like me? Vampire, yes. That's complicated. But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family. My family used to live on an island.
Trust me, this is... Dawnguard is just a lot of legwork.
My name is Serana. Yes, it is. And it's mine. It's complicated. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry.
You can make a trade shit.
Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away.
So the cave wasn't here? One of these comes along. Oh no, they both come alive. I thought just one of them did. Where? Come on. Oh, the quick draw doesn't... You actually have to hold it for the length of time anyway. That's kind of problematic. A good thing with gargoyles is, look, they always have random ore on them. So they can actually be a good way of getting high quality ore quite early. And again, as I said, Dawnguard's interior... For some reason, the caves in Dawnguard are really dark. You know, and it's, you know, if you got like a super dark EMB settings, you probably wouldn't notice. But if you've got like vanilla Skyrim, like I have, you would definitely notice. You know, you definitely notice that you can't see a bloody thing. I mean, can you even see me right now? Wait, no, you can't because I'm practically invisible. So Serana spams magic, so she's actually quite powerful. And she resurrects shit like crazy as well. So you've always got this... Well... I mean, I just like to kill him off because, well, to be honest, you could find something better to res. Where is it? I can't see a bloody thing. Oh, it's a Ragdrogger. Or a Ragskelly, same thing. And their twig is not... You can't steal their twig. Because they don't even have a sword, they have a twig. You really? Was that obvious? Like this big arena-like thing wasn't a bad omen?
Who's there?
You know, this big-ass arena wasn't an omen. You know, I don't like the looks of this. Well, that was obvious. It's an arena. Who likes the look of an arena? Unless you're looking for a cheap laugh to laugh at the... You know, to laugh at how rigged the arena is in Oblivion. Because, oh, holy crap, is it fake? The fact you don't actually kill anyone in that arena. The only one that dies in the arena is the Grey Prince. Notice how they said it was a fight to the death, like normal ones aren't? No. Normal fights in the Oblivion arena are staged. They're totally fake. Of course, you don't know that, but they can't loot your shit, and I don't know. You know, of course, you can still die because they haven't been told that. But everyone else, they know they can hold out long enough just to survive. You know, that's why you can't loot their shit. And I think the real you know, it's because you can't loot their shit that I came up with that theory. You know, and the general dialogue and the fact that everything seems really fake. Like, you just disappear. Like, it's just you. You're a special case.
This weather is incredible.
Really? It's snow. How is it incredible? Now, as you can see, we've got a long, long way to go. Because, as you can see, it's pretty much the opposite corner of the map. You know, Fort Dawnguard is pretty much as southeast as you can get, while Castle Volkihar is about as far northwest as you can go. So it's pretty much the longest possible distance to go. You know, and it's what makes Dawnguard really quite obnoxious, is it is just a hell of a lot of legwork. You have to go such extreme distances for it. Yeah. And yet, you realise when you realise there's not actually that much content in it. And as you can see, there is like no chance of the enchantment going down. You know what? Have we been to Mehrunes Dagon's mine yet? I think we have. I think his lovely altar. And yes, Mehrunes Dagon is killable in Oblivion. No, that's not a bug and it's not a cheat. He is killable. He just has a massive health pool. He's not essential. He's you know, considering the sheer volume of essential NPCs in Oblivion, the fact that Mehrunes Dagon isn't and is actually killable, and he doesn't have a death animation, so when he dies, he sort of melts. It's the best description I can give of how he dies. Because he does just sort of melt. I know it's not a Dragoness, because I remember I never... Mainly because there's no space to place one here. Oh yeah, there's like buttloads of... Oh yeah, there's buttloads of them. Because, you know, ram on the... Oh! Oh! Did I even survive my fall off the cliff? Oh, I'm still going. Oh, I'm still going. The question is, did I survive that? No. I'm still going. Still going down the mountain. Oh, Skyrim's decided to crash. Brilliant. We'll go back, finish that off, and then save. Or just run away like a bitch and then save. Because, oh, holy. At least it crashed on a funny note. It does tend to actually, being honest, the chances of it crashing on reloading a save after dying is actually quite high, especially when you go for about 15 cells to get there, like I did rolling down the mountain. See, at least it was comedic death as I rolled down the mountain. Because sometimes you just can't believe something so silly has just happened. Because Unrelenting Force is so OP. It is just so unbelievably OP on Mountainside. Especially when skellies can't be affected by it, because they can't ragdoll. Is it just a... You know what? Oh, I don't have it. My dragon rend isn't ready, but it's only a base baby one, so... Come back, come on, where are you? There, that'll take you out of the fight for ages. I say, as he tries to look for a place to land, I'll kill his Draman followers, because he's a real bitches. Quick say. Let's see a I think the dragon's gone a long way to find his way home. Don't know why I'm sneaking, I guess. Sneaking does actually make your hitbox lower, so it is actually a beneficial thing to do. What, they're both only restless and they still manage to Fusroid army off a cliff? Oh. I have got the quick get back up. Oops. Animation set that someone thankfully provided, but you know, someone who knows the animation system, but... I say this is possibly one of the more awkward dragon fights. Mainly because the location is too small really for a dragon fight to take place. Oh, of course you got back up from the dead. Of course you did. I say he doesn't actually land on his mountain. Oh, you do not want to die, do you? I don't even think this one actually has a loot crate. Oh no, it does. Just really well hidden. Come on. I think the dragon's got. Oh no, he's back. He's back. They can't bite in that position. Why do I see a dragon off in the horizon? Oh, don't tell me there's another one. I heard something go off. Have it. Why did I drink the alcohol? That cabbage was going to probably... There, that should do it. Now the question is, where's he going to crash? Where's he going to crash land? Because I really hate when they crash land, like, so far away that they actually despawn. And now he's dead. What's trying to... No, the music just decided to restart right when the dragon died. Of course. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. music restarts right when you're about to die. Oh, let's go out to Castle Voltiar. Fuck it, let's go to Castle Voltiar. It's only 1 o'clock. Whee! Splat! This is how far I fell when rolling down a mountain. I learned my lesson. Sadly, I couldn't learn one about the mic, so unfortunately, yeah, the first 13 minutes of this video were silent. Thankfully, I noticed a bit quicker than last time. The only one I actually went to across to look at the screen, I noticed there's no bloody microphone in my way. Oh yeah, I have like infinite stamina right now. Because look how many stamina increasing things I ate. So I pretty much have unlimited stamina for the moment. Oh, Morphle! Morphle approaches. Just keep running, just keep running. My stamina's still going. Oh no! My stamina's ran out! My stamina's ran out. Damn Morphle's wall. Oh god. Morphle's Imperial, as you can see. That and the third coming out your ears line is basically your only downside to being a werewolf. Because unfortunately the guards are rather persistent. They're rather persistent about annoying you about it. Actually, since we're going through bloody Morphle. Jorgen and Lammy, is that? Please tell me this is one of them. Little ones, because I can't remember which house.
You're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you?
And Serrana's caught up,
If you
apparently.
need any alchemy supplies, I'll do my best to provide them. Assuming I haven't used them all up. Jorgen and I both work hard, all the time. Murtal is important to both of us.
Okay, go to sleep, and I will steal the blue Daedric shard I want from your chest. There. Oh, and in a half second. Wow, Alexi's key actually worked. And because it's a quest item, I'm actually allowed to take my runes. No, I can't, so I've got to look there. Nope, no one saw me. That is how stupid Skyrim stealing is. Also, it's night, Serrana. You can take your stupid hood off. And the hoods pile up in her inventory as well. Yeah, the hoods sort of pile up in her inventory, so she eventually has like 100 hoods you can't get rid of. Because she doesn't actually put the hood on, she just spawns a new hood. So at least we got one of the parts of Maybrune's Razor when we eventually get around to doing that quest. You're not a very chatty lot, are you? I think I've learnt my lesson. Do the streams time when sort of time when most people are awake. My Australian audience is awake, basically. Oh, run! Run away! Run away! Serrana, just be a distraction. Oh, I forgot. I was too busy too busy running away. Run away. That'll probably be a mug crab. Oh, spider alert. Oh, it's a spider. Thankfully, it's only a tiny spider, so it's dead now. There's probably another spider then, if that's the case. Oh, great, a deserve drag. Which I'll just sponge-tastic. At least the dragoness seems to have given up on me. Yeah, some of the immersive creatures things are really spongy. Like, really, just at high levels they just become really spongy. I actually know the quickest way to get to Castle Volkiar is not to go directly to it. The quickest way is to find one of the 3 towns with a boat, which is Solitude, Windhelm, and Dawnstar. So you find out one of the 3 towns with the boat. Then you go to the boat guy, who's here. He's called Jolf.
Looking to hire a boat? I can take it. May not look.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Apparently he doesn't like working. See if he works in the morning. Or he's just broke and I have to go down on foot. Which is a very long
Looking to hire. I can take it. Where are you headed?
And I don't need a board to High Rock.
The one with the ruined castle? Don't you know that place is cursed? I'll take you as far as I can, but I'm not hanging around, and it's gonna cost you extra.
It costs 500, but...
This over with.
Oh, it just sort of go in the arse end of nowhere. It is in the arse end of nowhere, so it's probably quickest. It's quickest to sit backwards on the boat and watch the world go by. Because that was the rudder you saw. That little twig sticking up, that was a rudder. You know, it's an expensive trip. I'm sure his boat didn't cost that much. And then, to actually get... yeah, I guess because Ice Water Jetty exists.
This is the part where we usually get in the boat. You with me?
There, I'm in the boat now. Why there's a boat left on the mainland, I don't know. Why no one's stolen it is another matter. You know, boats are worth a lot. So we're at Castle Volkiar. I'm just going to say fuck no to Harkon, because I don't like working with the vampires because they're assholes.
Hey, so before we go in there, I wanted to thank you for getting me this. I think. I know your friends would probably want to kill everything in here. Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead.
Yeah, surrounded. Oh, where is she? Where is she? Oh, she has to be waddled up to the gate quite quickly. Into Volkiar keep we go. Yeah. I mean, there really is... You can be the Vampire Lord without having to be with these assholes, so there really is no point in being with these assholes.
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes.
And look at them. They can't even keep their mess clean.
Everyone, Serana has returned.
Yeah, they can't even keep the bloody goblets on the table. Goblets of blood on the table. And they can't even keep this crap on the table.
My long-lost daughter returns at last.
It's such a messy bunch.
You have my elder scroll.
That's why some of them wear red, so they can't keep the blood in their mouths.
Of course, I'm delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the word so loud?
I mean, the one benefit is you do get these cattle. That's like the one benefit of being Castle Volkiar, and you do sort of get vampire shit like this chalice. But to be honest, they're not that useful. Also, this is like the best places to find books are these bookshelves. You know, if you're trying to find like certain rarer books, these are great places to find them. As well as common shit like Immortal Blood, which is found wherever vampires are. This drinks skooma lovely.
For my daughter's sake, tell me, what is your name? I am Harkon, Lord.
As you can see,
by now, my daughter would have told you what. Perhaps you should. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world.
All that ended when my wife... You have done. There is but one gift I can give. That is
it's hardly equal in value for an Elder Scroll. The ability to bend time, or...
Men will tremble at your approval. Yes. The power of my blood will purge
yes.
filth. I will banish you from this country. Perhaps you still need convincing.
Oh, here's the part where he tries to convince you, and it... No, just watch. It's just so... That is the form! That derp fest is the form he's trying to beg you with.
So be it.
Yes, now I remember. To be a werewolf and a vampire, you have... You are that... I don't care if... I don't think if Serana's wipes it. I think she just gives it to you. If not, I'm pretty sure you can get werewolf otherwise. Or at least only through the companion quest line. If it is the case of wiping werewolf, I think I'd rather keep the disease immunity. I mean, you've seen how derp it looks. Look how stupid it is. Can you honestly say you want to be that? And yes, the female one is, by default, is even worse, I think. It's just as derp. You know, it's just so bad. Do you really want to be that? Oh yeah, now we have to go back to Fort Dawnguard, which, if you can remember, is... other side of the map. Like, really? You know, if you are a non-fast travel build, doing the Dawnguard questline will probably take you longer than every other quest, any other quest. Just because it's so far, you just gotta go so far away. You gotta go to the arse end of the rift. If every time you want to go to Dawnguard, like all the objectives are in the arse end of the Markovs. Oh, the Reach. Yeah, so that's like in the arse end of the Reach and the arse end of the Rift. Brilliant! I will never do a proper save in this place because I know it's buggy. I know it has a tendency to crash, so I tend never to do a real save here. You can see Fort Dawnguard has grown a bit. There's actually signs of life. I missed the plant. Oh no! Oh no! You kills. I maybe it's just stupid disease. Whoa! Oh yeah, Eastran has like solar magic, which is really, really glowy. Like really obnoxious visuals of solar stuff. Well, it's solar. It's gonna. Oh, and it also disintegrates.
Look at this. I should have. Of course. Why did I suppose the woman trapped in there? That doesn't. And so you delivered. They what? And you didn't stop them? You didn't secure the scroll? I suppose you're lucky by the divines. This couldn't get... Well, of course, we're just good. If they're bold enough to attack us here, there are people I've met and worked with. If you can find them.
Oh yeah, and by the way, one of these is in the fucking Reach.
You're to the point, aren't
you? I think one of them's actually in the Rift, but the other one, in the Reach!
I think we'll want Serene Gerard.
She's the one in the Reach.
Last I knew, she was out in the
Reach. Other side of the map, other side of the map!
Biggest dwarven ruins yet. Might need a little convincing.
So like, a lot of pretty much all the Dawnguard stuff takes place in either the Reach or the Rift. You know, basically the opposite end to where your home base is.
Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals, but last I knew he'd bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan. Well, at least you're smart enough to want to learn more.
And so he just so happens to be a master heavy armor trainer, so you might as well take advantage of it. Ugh. As you can see, Gunmar is not very far away. You know, he's... Wait a second. You know, he's at least only half the map away. I think he's actually in a he might even be in a radiant spot, Gunmar. But Serene's always in the same place, and she's always in the arse end of the Reach. Because the Dawnguard because for some reason Dawnguard wanted to make you do as much walking across Skyrim as possible. You know, if you don't use fast travel, you're like one of those Morrowinders who doesn't believe in it. Much like they don't believe in quest markers, but they have to use them because otherwise you're never going to find anything because the directions in Skyrim are worse than Morrowind's. Because Morrowind's directions often sometimes pointed you in the completely wrong way. Skyrim just doesn't bother giving you any. You know, it gives you a map marker and a quest marker. You know, at least, you know, a map marker at least points you to the right dungeon. You know, if you know where somewhere is, you can mark it on someone's map. We all know Preston Garvey does that way too much. It's not like, you know, I don't know what, you know, Dawnguard might have actually been rushed. I don't know. It does have that feeling that it was a bit rushed. I mean, its ESM is a mess. The amount of errors it throws up is ridiculous. The fact that it has like 15 different test cells, but you know, test cells aren't supposed to. I don't think are supposed to make it into the main game, with the exclusion of QA smoke, which is basically the sort of big hold. Oh, hey, watch what you're doing. They're wolves, you idiots.
This doesn't concern you. I am a Tholmor Judicia on important bit. We are special envoys of the Old Mary Dominion. The rightful. If you're smart, you'll walk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk with you.
You're interfering with official Tholmor business.
And that official business is killing wolves.
You're interfering with official Tholmor business.
I mean, if you're good, you can actually go, you know, sort of goad these into a fight early on. Where the hell is Gunnar? I mean, is he still... Yeah, he's still there, so... Oh, it's only pretty much... You can just about, with max zoom, sort of see where it is. You know, that view doesn't count, because that's kind of like twisted view, but you can just about scroll him onto the same map. Well, Serena's up in the arse end of the reach, pretty much right next to Castle Volkiar. Because I don't know what it was with Dawnguard, but they just made so many odd choices. I mean, having things on the other side of the map is not good. You know, having them... Is that just because they were the... Is it because the Reach and the Rift were the most unoccupied spaces in Skyrim, so you felt you had to sort of make them into... And of course I wasted that shout, but... Was that why they did it? Because they were just so deserted. Because like all of Dawnguard and all of, you know, like all of the Dawnguard and Vampire quests seem to take place in either a Rift or a Reach, barring Dim Hollow. Like the one place added by Dawnguard that is, there's like a couple of little tiny places, you know, dungeons slipped in like rather ungracefully, but that's about it. I know this Doomstone's on a dead end. I know it's kind of a loop because that is the Oh no, it's actually Riften, which means that that is the Nightingale-based stone, actually. You know, the sort of shadow stone that's like really, really obviously hiding, sort of hides something. Because I thought when I saw the big Riften house, I thought it was a Blackbriar Manor. And apparently, it's trying to tell me to go through the quest markers is telling me to go through Riften. Because I can't think of any place I'd want to go through less than Riften. You know, with its real tendency to crash, I can't imagine anywhere I would want to go through less. I don't remember this farm. As you can see, Riften is now an Imperial camp.
Where's these vampires coming from? We need to wipe them out before things...
Oh yeah, and it also stops random siding with Dawnguard also stops random vampire attacks on your towns. Because, you know, everyone loves random vampire attacks. Killing off potentially important citizens. Kill this fucking bear. Kill these wolves. I thought wolves were supposed to be my friend as a werewolf. But no, God thinks I smell of wet dog and you kind of. I don't have a. This is like navigating without quest markers because you got to just remember direction and keep going in it and don't let combat turn you around. Because for some reason it thinks I want to go through Riften. Why, I don't know. I don't know why it thinks I can't go round Riften. So, to be honest, I don't like Dark Nights because I do like being able to see, yeah, it is unrealistically bright. I mean, considering there's like no light pollution in Skyrim, it should never be this bright. But, you know, I'd rather be able... Oh, Miracle cultists. They must be pissed off that I haven't gone to join a cult yet. Now, we're going to say something about Mirak, so... My Mirak is female because I find it really, really annoying that they decided to make the big villain another fucking male. But it is using the default voice, mainly because, well, there is a female Mirak voice out there, but it sounds like some bloody bimbo. It's awful. You know, it's not the voice you'd expect from anything, except it's like some plastic surgery changed model. You know, it's basically bimbo. It's not the voice that you would expect at all. And who knows, that mask could be doing all manner of distortion effects on your voice. Oh yeah, and if you don't kill this giant like the first time you come here, it kills like 90% of the orcs up. I don't know if expanded towns and cities has actually, well, made the chance of it, you know, that certain orcs all protected, because it does end up killing a lot of them off. As you can see, this is just a generic guy who's dead anyway, but...
Need something?
Outsider, leave at once. Uger, no. This may be the one you need.
This is probably the best, I mean, one of the ways to get access to strongholds. It's also a Daedric quest, so...
Yamar's charged me with keeping outsiders away from Largishburg. Would you have me disobey him? You were charged with keeping us inside the walls. Have faith, Uber. I only wish the best.
There isn't even giants around here, apart from this very one. Apart from no one's attacking here, there really is nothing.
She's merely doing as she's been told. Please. Our chief Yamars was once... He is weak.
Even though giants don't even, like, inhabit the rift otherwise. Apart from this lot, they do not actually inhabit the rift.
Yamars has demanded... I must petition Malak, but I cannot travel.
Ooh, Malakath. What do we need for Malakath? Troll fat, because Malakath likes troll fat, and only troll fat.
I beg of you, can you bring me troll fat at a Daedra heart? I have no...
Oh, you want something difficult?
A Daedra, of course.
Except, no, you don't, because there are actually no Daedra in Skyrim at all. You know, Daedra are not common in Skyrim. It's not like Oblivion where Daedra hearts were like common as... Well, they were common as shit, actually. They were really common. Because like everything had them, yet in Skyrim, Daedra hearts are really rare. Mainly because no Daedra really exists. You're barring the odd summon, like, nothing actually exists. Oh no, what? Is it just for the sheer volume? Because normally the epic dragon fight music only appears if you're fighting a dragon. Oh, I know why, it's because of this thing. And remember how quickly it killed me last time? Yeah, not happy, not gonna want to repeat that. Look how quickly... Oh, fine. Yes, save my ass. Yay! Yay, giant, OP giant. Makes me wonder what type of giant that is. If they ain't wearing clothes, it must be a stormcloaked giant patrol. Again, immersive creatures. Yeah, let's kill it. I think the dragon Ammon did enough damage. There we go. Now, where are we going? Again, why is the quest marker constantly trying to point me to Riften? I mean, of all places I want to go, Riften is not one of them. Rabbit, bunny. For the bunny slaughtered a cheat. You know, it's not, I don't know why bunny slaughtered is even a stat, because it has nothing to do with anything. Like, anything. It is actually just a pointless stat that exists in Skyrim for, like, no... Also, cannot see me, still decides to flee because for some reason it could see me. Yeah, yeah, weird. Yep. Still on track. Oh! Oh, bear again. Oh yeah, I can't get bone break fever anymore, I'm immune. Light you on fire, bear. No more bear. No bears. This is a bear-free zone. Oh yeah, and P.S. the rift is absolutely swarming with bears. They are like the rift is bear country, through and through. And yeah, immersive creatures makes fights a lot more common. Basically, it does a pretty damn good job of populating the wilderness.
Yes?
Wolves are so pathetic. Remember, the Telft, don't want to go too close there, and especially don't shout there, because Dragoness lives there. Well, nearby. You know, at least the Daedra quests in Skyrim consist more of than just fetch quests. You know, because I get the feeling a lot of Oblivion's ones were very much just little fetch quests. You know, because they were basically find the ingredient, you know, the items to talk to them, then go do a tiny little dungeon that was normally right next to them. You kill a few things in a dungeon nearby, and they were all pretty much exactly the same. A few were more interesting. Perryites, for example, was a bit more interesting, but you know, many of them were quite, well, they were quite copy-pasty. Sheogoraths was the exception. Sheogoraths was truly special. You know, most of them, it was find their bloody weird offering. It was find their offering and then clear out a small dungeon that was usually right next to them. The Malakath one was basically given troll fat, because Malakath likes troll fat and only troll fat. And then clear out a dungeon, you know, kill a few level banditos in a nearby dungeon. That was it. It was the quick way. Everstead. I'm not trying to head to Everstead. That's where I'm trying to be heading. The Alchemist Shack. It's a useful navigational beacon. Well, you know what? We'll go sleep in the Alchemist Shack. I know it's safe. I'll save there, because I'm getting a bit tired, and I really want to watch some Stargate tonight. So, you know, because I go to bed really early. I go to bed at about 4 AM. I'm one of those people who work at night, basically. So, actually, let's loot it first. Might as well set. You know, the Alchemist Shack, and that is a collectible thing. That butterfly. Didn't I take the butterfly energy last time I came through here? Who knows? Died to shade and all. Dark Elf place. Which, incidentally, looked nothing like anything in Morrowind. You know, even though it's supposed to have dumber influences. Oh, first person alchemy. Yeah, we'll play with a bit of alchemy. Whoever said we couldn't play with alchemy? Alchemy is the lifeblood of all things boring, and I just got rid of my true fat. But oh, finding the true, that's the easy part. Not that we're doing Malkat for a while. But finding true fat, that's easy. Oh, I don't have any giant's toes? I can't make a super potion. Wait. Oh, I ran out. Blue Mountain. So let's see. Giant's toe. Blue Mountain Flower. I know these work together. I know the Blue Mountain Flower plus Blue Butterfly Wing plus Giant's Toe for some reason equals a really expensive potion. Credit to my sister for that one. She found that out. Probably found it on the internet. You know, she's the one who told me about it. You know, the internet probably said, but say I didn't really bother with alchemy much. I only do it to basically just build the skill up. I don't do it seriously. I do it as a joke, like it's alchemy time. I mean, alchemy is amazing for making money though, because a lot of the ingredients, especially like the flowers, are dirt cheap. You can find them anywhere. You know, typically the mountain flowers and stuff like that are really common. Like, unbelievably common, even. I can't believe, actually, how common they are. You know, and the butterfly wings, again, are pretty common, because the butterflies are everywhere. You know, quite a few ingredients are really, really common. See, bone meal's really common if you're fighting skellies a lot, so. 4, that should take it to about right, 8 AM is about when the light comes up. There we go. The rift is pretty, it's like permanently autumn, and you know, stream is cute. I did purposely choose to make stream a cute one. You know, more in the arc, sort of cute, rather than a term you use to describe someone you find sexually attractive. It's cute. See, the Alchemist Shack's great place. It's a great little place. Anyway, that's the end of. Actually, just make sure I've loaded two. Yeah, that's why I do the screenshot. That's the end of Skyrim. That is the end. Oh, let me just check, because I can't be 100% sure. This one always seems to be a bit of a dead spot after the stream, is because I'm not sure when YouTube stops receiving, so. Anyway, at least I'll remember to put the mic on a bit quicker, but let's try and not do that again, but I am a bit of a ditz, especially at this hour. I said ditz, not dick. Totally different word, ditz. Sort of like clumsy idiot, sort of thing. Forgetful, dope, idiot. You know, sort of dumbass, moron, stuff like that. Well, dick, I think, is I don't know if that's just a bit of a British insult or not, but, you know, it's basically someone who's pretty much someone who's an idiot, actually. But it's more in a hurtful way than, like, ditz, which is in a sort of friendly way. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Good. No, sorry, end of the stream, actually. It's not a video. Well, it'll be a video for you if you're rewatching it, so, nah. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Goodbye. Sorry, end of the stream.